Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Irem Collection Volume 2, running on Nintendo Switch. GunForce, GunForce number 1 arcade, GunForce number 1 Japanese, alright, GunForce number 2 arcade, Geostorm, is that a different name? Air Duel, Japanese only. Got the SNES version of GunForce, which has its buttons reversed, so it feels almost unplayable because the fire and the jump buttons are reversed. That'd be interesting to see that one. But let's check out the world version of GunForce here. I don't see an options screen or anything. Casual mode, classic mode. We'll do the classic mode. Okay, there's options for individual games. Let's see, the wallpaper. We'll just do none. Why would you want to play the game in black and white? Some of these are super weird. CRT shader if we want fun. We can do no scaling filter, or we can do soft. So none, crispy, and soft. Crispy is the default. Alright, 4.3$ seems fine. Let's check it out. Hold plus to start the game. I actually played a lot of this in the arcade. It's a really tough game, though. This is pre-Metal Slug, right? So it's basically from the same... a lot of the same team members made Metal Slug that originally made GunForce. Obviously, you can see that, lots and lots of influence from Contra. Definitely arcade difficulty. It's like hard to get in the right place. Can we insert another coin? What's coin? Does coin not have a binding? So you rewind is the L button. Oh, coin doesn't have a binding. Oh no, coin has a binding. L3. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, it's a bit stiffer and floatier than Contra, but I mean, look at these graphics. They're really good. Very much in the spirit of a lot of Irem releases at the time. I mean, Irem was, in the arcade at least, they were known for really, really highly detailed graphics. You know, if you look at something like you know, In the Hunt, which is kind of around the same time period, like they definitely had an eye for detail that was well beyond what a lot of other arcade games had. If anything, they sort of remind me of Psygnosis in the height of their development. I know, even the first boss is heavily inspired by Contra. Mission complete. Look at this guy's outfit. I have crushed the enemy front base. I will head for the enemy supply depot. They use the Wilhelm crane. Oh, I can't duck that one. Oh. Ugh. It's such a hard game. It is so hard. But again, that's very typical of Irem games. They were, really beautiful games, but also incredibly challenging. I smashed the enemy. Oh, oops. Yeah, it's interesting touching enemies doesn't kill you, but their bullets do. I have wiped out the enemy communications tower. I will head for the enemy command base. blow away the enemy command base, and we'll head for the enemy fortress. Alright, I'll stop it there. We got other versions of these games to check out. Okay, so we got the Japanese version, which I don't think they're any different. But let's check it out real fast. Yeah, it seems largely the same. And everything's in English, too. You're hard pressed to tell the difference. At least initially. I would guess maybe it's easier. Usually Japanese versions are, they come out first and the balance isn't quite there. And in general, American audiences wanted their games more challenging. Plus, they made more money if they were harder. Yeah, this largely seems the same. I heard the in-between little cinemas where he's talking is probably in Japanese, but yeah, I mean, like most of the rest of the game is, oh, you give him more letters too for your name. That's interesting. But largely the same. Okay, I think GunForce II is the real gem in this. Since this didn't see a lot of distribution in North America, and there wasn't a console port of it. You know, unlike the first game had a console port. A questionable one, but at least one existed. Look at the improvements. I mean, the graphics went, came a long way since the first game. And again, you can tell this theme is the same base theme as the Metal Slug theme. And yes, the game did slow down like this in the arcade. So this is accurate to the arcade game. This is not a product of bad emulation. Look at Irem didn't really care about whether or not their games were consistent 60 frames. You know, if the game couldn't keep up with it and it needed to slow down, it would just slow down. Look at that. This is the beginning of dual wielding. Yeah, like the first game had amazing graphics, really, for the time, and they just really upped the ante on this one. And there's so much detail. Yeah, I mean, I think this game, you know, significantly kicks Contra's ass. Even Super Contra, which, you know, I absolutely love, but, I mean, look at this thing. Yeah, it's just crazy. The aliens have abducted so many cheerleaders, but okay. Yeah, the way Irem arcade games ran is like greatly misunderstood by a modern audience. You know, they are totally okay with the game slowing down. It's just something normal for their development. I mean, look at this thing. It's so cool looking. Oh, I forgot about the roller missiles. Ugh, so awesome. I'm glad we're at the point where these games can be emulated on home consoles, or I mean, even the Switch. I mean, the Switch is getting these kind of games. This goes to show that there is some life in the Switch still. A lot of fun to be had. Although I wish they would hurry up with that Switch 2. I mean, they're 2 years they're 2 years late on the thing. Just because they thought they could squeeze some more money out of the Switch 1, yeah. But I think that's proving it a little bit more difficult this year. And the competition's finally at a point where the Switch 1 is looking, not as hot as it used to. Or at least people want a little bit more out of it. Maybe not much more, but a little bit. I love this game. I think I have poured quite a few quarters into this game when I finally was able to find it. All his animation. I don't know if it was successful financially. I mean, I kind of hope it was, but you never really know. Sometimes games sort of fly on the radar, and especially in a game like this, where the distribution wasn't really all that high. Again, at least not in North America. I'm not sure about other territories. I just want to say this game kicks more ass than Metal Slug. As great as that first and second game were, you can debate about the other games since they're largely kind of the same thing, but this actually might have even more detail than those games. No. Again, we can see the origins of Metal Slug here. Look at this thing. Now assessment. Now you're flying around in a gun suit. This game's absolute madness. Alright, let's check out the other stuff. I know, I could play that all night. It's so good. Okay, so it was released as Geostorm in some territories. I don't think I've ever seen this localization. I'm sure it's not that much different. seems the same. Can't tell, you know, right away if there's any difference. It's a little harder. I mean, I don't remember dying quite as much on the first couple seconds. See, but that was easier. Well, maybe because I had a flamethrower. It's basically the same. Yeah, I can't tell the difference really. Outside the having to change the name on that one. Maybe the enemy balance is a little bit different. On Air Duel, I don't think I've ever played this. I don't remember ever seeing the arcade cabinet. So this one will be new. mean it doesn't sound familiar. Oh, it's very Twin Cobra-ish. Or Avenger if you're a PC Engine fan, since you can sort of angle your shots. Yeah, again, it's that trademark Irem detail in the graphics. All the sprites have like an extra layer of detail that, you know, let them really stand out. You always knew an Irem game when you saw it, especially in the late 90s. I see this is probably the game that you should play first. It's a bit of a come down from playing GunForce II. Seems like the helicopter's definitely better. Even though it has that weird mechanic where you can sort of tilt the shot. Make it a little more versatile. Don't get me wrong, this is good. I mean, it's a very, very well-designed top-down shooter. And, you know, I would have been happy to play this game in the arcade if I would have had it available to me. But again, you know, compared to GunForce II, it's a little bit different. Doesn't hit quite as hard. Yeah, not quite Metal Storm, but it's still not bad. Or Metal Storm 2. That was another really good one. I noticed there aren't really any power-ups. It's just bombs. This will tend to be a two-player game, so some of the enemy patterns are a little overwhelming. Alright, that's gonna be fun. I think I'll play that a little bit offline. But certainly not the highlight of the collection. Okay, and then we have oh boy, this NES version of GunForce. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this one. For me, I just remember the button being reversed, and it just being kind of unplayable just for that reason alone. But graphically, pretty faithful. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, you know, as close as a home console at the time could have been. Yeah, nowhere near as many enemies on the screen. And you don't have all that rapid-fire bullet action going on. Yeah, this is way more fair. The arcade game just punishes you. They did map the buttons correctly on this version, though. I think they did learn their lesson. Yeah, the level structure is largely the same. I'd say that's pretty impressive. But yeah, not quite the same experience as playing the arcade game, obviously. I imagine this is different. You never know, though. Yeah, largely the same. Not really much different than the North American release. I wouldn't expect them to have changed much. And then we got that infamous slow performance from the from the Super Nintendo. Though to be fair, obviously the original game didn't run at a perfect frame rate either, but you know, still faster and more active. Again, for what it is, it's a good version. But you know, it just wouldn't have been able to hold a candle to the arcade version. Playthrough was actually not bad in this version. we stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Irem Collection Volume 2 running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously some real gems here. I mean, GunForce 1 and 2, the arcade versions, excellent, with GunForce 2 being especially good. Air Duel is an interesting addition. Again, it's good. You know, it's a top-down shooter from its era. So while it won't be as exciting to play as GunForce 2, it's still very good, still very well designed. And then, of course, we have these versions, the Super Famicom and the SNES version of GunForce #1, kind of thrown in for good measure since it is a collection, and, you know, I'm glad it's here. I obviously wouldn't choose playing that version over the arcade versions that they offer, but it's nice that it's here and just see the differences and the kind of sacrifices that they had to make. And going from that, you know, the very impressive arcade game to down to the SNES. So definitely check this out. This is a good collection with some good games in here, and it's at $25. So I think it's a pretty good value. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.